Wait. Okay. Push it. Get it. Smack it. Hit it. Wow. That one's tough. Another one?
All right, today we're going to be making mushroom Swiss burgers with homemade French fries and fry sauce. You're going to need 1.5 pounds of ground beef cut into 4 sections. Turn it out onto some parchment paper. Then we're going to be using a hamburger press today to make them into patties, but you can just smush them between 2 plates or with your hands if you want. Not yet, baby. We got our little helpers here who are going to be doing the work for me.
Hey guys, my name is Chloe. This is Michaela.
Okay, and then we've chopped up a lot more French fries than we actually need because my family loves French fries and they're a great leftover for lunch the next day. And you're going to soak them in some cold water to get all the extra starch off. This is what the water looked like when I was done. Yuck. And then we're going to leave them on this rack so we can easily transport it beside the stove when we're ready to start cooking them. Meanwhile, we're going to get our pot ready of oil. Get that heating up to about 325. You don't want it too hot because there is a little moisture come off these fries. 325 to 350. You got to push it really hard. Push.
Smash!
Chloe, yours is not looking like a hamburger patty at all. You better start over. Roll it up into a ball. Let's see how yours is looking, Michaela. We just used a piece of parchment paper cut to put it over the top of this. Wait. You want it to be all the way around here. You got to squish it more.
Okay.
There we go. Now push really, really hard. You want Grandma to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what this handle's here for. You push it down until it starts to flood out the edges. Okay, now lift it up. Oh, look at that. Beautiful hamburger patty.
Looks nothing
Okay,
like
now we're going to have to try that one more time. I'm just going to put it onto the parchment paper while we do the next one. Okay, let's see how... No, May! Now we have to re-smush it. Oh my, you guys need some help. Okay, and while we're waiting for those fries to get done cooking, we're going to mix half mayo and half ketchup. You're going to start with the mayo first and mix in just a little bit of ketchup at a time. If you try to do this all at once, you'll get lumpy fry sauce. It'll still taste really good, but it'll be lumpy. And this will last probably 30 days at least in the refrigerator if you like to make extra. And then you only have to make it once for the whole month. Okay, and then over here on the stove, we're melting a little bit of bacon grease in the skillet that we're going to fry the hamburgers in. We're going to saute those mushrooms almost to done because they're going to continue cooking after they're done. So you don't want them all the way done. And we're going to saute those in bacon grease. And then we're going to put them into a bowl off to the side so we can use this same pan for cooking in the hamburgers. You want one mushroom? Yeah, you can have one mushroom. Here you go.
I like a big one.
Yep. And then when you're cooking with oil, never let your kids on this side of the kitchen and never walk away from this while it's heating up because it heats up really fast. And you only want to fill your pan halfway. I got mine a little bit higher than that, but I'm pretty used to how my stove cooks with oil. But you don't want those bubbles to go up over the side of that pan and then catch fire with that wonderful flame under there. But just in case it does, I have the lid in the oven ready to put that over the top of it. Yeah, 325 is definitely hot enough for these. And I like to just grab a few at a time, start putting them in there. And you see how none of these are browned? These have been sitting over there above the sink. Ooh, you want to get it close to the oil before you drop it in so it doesn't splash. If you drop it from up here, it'll splash. If you just get part of it in the oil before you drop it, it doesn't splash. But these french fries have been sitting over there waiting for me for about 30 minutes, and then none of them are brown. That's why you do the cold water bath beforehand. Keeps them from getting brown. Otherwise, they'll be brown within 5 minutes. Okay, and then when these are all starting to float and get all crispy, we're just going to pull them out using that basket. We're going to put them on our broiler pan in the warming drawer, salt them up really good, and cook the rest of them. Look about like this, and they're just starting to bleed up on top. That's about when you're going to want to flip it. You want to keep the heat down so you're not splashing all over the place. There we go. And we'll just cook it 2 or 3 minutes on each side and then flip it again. And then make sure you drain those french fries really well before you stick them in that hot oil. Otherwise, it'll bubble up and out that pan. And you're going to just put your mushrooms aside in the warming drawer. If you don't have a warming drawer, you can put them in a low temperature oven, about 200 degrees, and then turn it off after it preheats to 200. And make sure you salt them fries right when they come out so the salt will stick to them. Then that way the grease and oil drain off of them.
Gemma, is
What?
it dry?
No, you can't try it. You need to back away from the oil. It's very hot.
Why?
Because it will burn you.
Is it burning?
Okay, and then just before these are cooked through, you're going to turn this skillet off so that they don't get cold while we wait. I'll show you how to flip them because there's so much grease in there. What you want to do is just carefully flip it so that the edge hits the next patty over like that, and it won't splash you. Okay, and these look about done. You can tell because when you push on it, the juice will run clear. If you still got blood puddling up in the center when you push on it, then that means it's not done. That one might need just a minute longer, but it'll keep cooking as it sits here with the pan on. Okay, right before you pull these off for the heat, you're going to want to add your mushrooms and your cheese. Let them sit and cook for just a few minutes to get that cheese melting. That'll help keep your mushrooms stuck to your hamburger. And then you're going to serve them on your buttered toasted buns and eat. We're going to split the buns apart, put them in the toaster, melt some butter right here, and then when those are done, we're just going to brush the insides of them with a little bit of butter before we serve them. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. Those are big mushrooms. We used a half a pound of mushrooms. Alright, we made about 15 potatoes worth of fries, and this is the piddly-ass amount that's left. So there will not be enough for lunch for tomorrow, but everybody's good and full and getting tired.